Here we go, baby. Here we go. Another episode of Mountaineer Legends pregame. Big Joe's, Brian Joswiak coming to you from Southwest Florida in my house. And I'm talking with the man, the myth, the legend, Randy Cottle, up there in the Trilogy Innovation Studios right there in Morgantown. Randy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing really great. How are you doing today, buddy?
You know? I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. You look and feel a lot better than the last episode. I know that's right. All right, exactly. But you're feeling good. You ready?
Huh? Yeah, and I even got a clean bill of health. I had that pneumonia when I was in the blue lot there about 2 months ago. I did my CT scan on Monday, and they said I'm good to go. So no more pneumonia there, which is good. And our last taping, I had some kind of stomach bug that hung around for like 4 days, and I was definitely driving the old struggle bus on that one.
I was gonna say because you can't quit, man. You can't just go lay down somewhere. You got so many irons in the fire. It isn't funny.
Yeah, I'm
ready. I'm ready. We got a lot to chit chat about, and it's just you and me rolling today. Mountaineer Legends pregame in the house. Enjoy, right? Hey, we got some script, but we just kind of roll with it as usual. And before we get rolling, we got to do some thank yous. Obviously, Amos Steele, our boys. The intro music, right? West by God. You got to look those cats up. Great music. But you got to like the hardcore stuff. You got to like a little rock, a little heavy rock, a little southern rock, and they jam it up for us. And of course, what makes the show possible, our friends there at Little General Stores. Little General ran right there, right? Little General, man.
Yeah.
And I say all the time,
and the crew over
Greg
there.
Darby and the team, baby. They're just good folks. So hey, support them. If you need gas or fuel or whatever you need, the local convenience of it, stop in. And I know it's a competitive world out there, but I think what really sets Little General apart is their generosity and what they do back into their communities, that they have their stores there. They support a lot of different things. And of course, what's near and dear to my heart is WVU Children's Hospital, WVU Medicine Children's, excuse me, but it'll always be Children's Hospital to me.
Right. Yeah.
But
before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
And of course, you guys at Trilogy Innovations, man. You, of course, being the co-host, but Trilogy Innovations being a supporter as well to help us not only do the show, but take the show on the road.
That's right.
Take the show on the road. And, buddy, let me tell you something.
We
had a great time. Last weekend, of course, we were at Charlie Bauman's place.
Right.
We were at Charlie Bauman's place over in Orlando. I highly recommend it. If you're in the Orlando area, if you're doing Disney or whatever, man, it's called the Delaney. It's right across from the main hospital. It's right there in the heart of anywhere you need to get to right there in Orlando. The Delaney, Charlie Bauman's place, man. They got the rooms are great. But they got a restaurant bar in there. The chef is phenomenal, man. The food's incredible. Anyway, he hosted a gathering last weekend. And, of course, Mountaineer Legends pregame rolled up into the house. And we did it. We were live on the Facebook platform. And we had a good time, man. It was me and Daryl Talley, of course. He was kind of the co-host, I think. DT. Yeah. Man, he's just a hoot to talk to, I tell you that.
Yeah.
And you remember Curlin Beck? Right, Curlin Beck, running back. Of course, he was there when I got there, and he was part of that group that bought into Coach Nealon's philosophies and such, and ends up getting that big win against Florida in the Peach Bowl at 81, and then come back and knock the tar out of Oklahoma over there at 82, and he was a big part of that as well as Talley and Doc Basil was there in the house. Of course, Charlie Bauman being the host, Jeff Chase Sniffin. Who Jeff Sniffen, he was on Majors offensive line back in the day, right? And Jeff is he's an actor, all right? He's got like 80 something films to his credit. He's done scenes with everybody from Sly Stallone to, The Rock to, he's been in some big time, matter of fact, you ever seen the movie The Signs with Mel Gibson?
Oh yeah.
And at the very end, you end up seeing the creature. That's Jeff.
Oh, no way.
No kid. It's him. Yeah. So he was on there, and we got to have Joe Abel. Joe's the president of the Central Florida Mountaineer Alumni Association right there in Orlando, and he was there with his bride. It was a nice crowd. We had a bunch of members in the house, and we had a good time. Of course, with great anticipation for a victory into the second half of the season, all that excitement, all that good stuff, and boy, did we just crap the bed.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to say
that you say second half of the season because in the second half of the game we just didn't show up. I think they went in the locker room. They forgot to come back out.
Before we really get into all that, because it's just, I don't know, that, like you said, that second half, it was hard for me to watch because I saw things that we shouldn't see. And let's get into that. But before we thanked our sponsors, which we do, and we love you guys and we appreciate you. But I got to bring this to everybody. It's been all over social media. We lost one of our own this past week. Tommy Bowman was a fullback back when I was there. Matter of fact, he was the '84 special teams captain. Dave Preston was a captain, and Ronnie Wolfley was a captain, and Tommy Bowman. And Bo was a great contributor. Did a lot of things, special teams, backed up. Just a good dude, and he passed just like a week before his 63rd birthday on the 20th this past week, and he'll be missed. And you know how when folks leave, all of a sudden stories and stuff come up and all that, and there's a great story. As a matter of fact, it's in Coach Nealon's book. I think there was an excerpt somebody had posted out there in social media land. Anyway, in 1984. We're playing Flutie for the final time of his career. And of course, they're kicking our ass in the first half. And we go in the second half and we come back. We're down 3 touchdowns. We got to score, man. So defense cinched it up, and we get lined up, and man, we're running out of time. And we got to get another touchdown or, we lose at home. And old Bowman went to Coach Nealon and told Coach Nealon, punt. Go ahead and punt, because I'm gonna get the ball back. I'm gonna go get the ball back. And damn, if we punted and he flies down and hits this guy in the chest, boom, ball goes on the ground, and we recover it, and it set up that last touchdown to beat Flutie. And just those kinds of things. Again, he was a special teams captain, and hey, God rest his soul, man. We're all getting older, and I guess that, the message there is, hey, man, live every moment the best you can.
It's your last, right?
Live, love, laugh. Gotta laugh. Make sure you laugh. Bowman was a jester. He was one of those guys in the locker room. He was always, jerking around and having a good time. And that's what a locker room's all about. I think some of these guys are losing that a little bit prospectively in today's world because of the money and the portal and the shifting. But damn it, man, you got to have fun in that locker room, especially when there's so much negative energy around you. Hell, you can't even go to the grocery store without somebody climbing your ass and bitching at you and blah, blah, blah. And, poor Rich, he goes from riding in on a steed white horse in the beginning of this thing. And, now I'm seeing stuff floating around, they want him on a platter. When are they going to fire Rich? And it's like, come on, man, you care. You know what I mean? But when you're in that locker room, when you're in that building and you're together, you can't be harping and hanging on to negative shit, man. You got to get past that stuff. It's like in a football game. You got to celebrate the plays that are good plays. Celebrate them. But you better cut loose in short-term memory the bad plays. If you're hanging on to something that happens, if I give up a sack and I'm worrying about that on the next play, I'm not going to perform to a high level on that next play because my brain is going to be thinking about something else. So we got to learn, and we better learn fast. We got to get past that. We got to celebrate. You know, we got to put the emotion into the motion. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
the technical stuff and doing the right things with the body. That's a part of it. You think back to the Pitt game. How in God's name did we beat Pitt? And Pitt goes and beats Florida State. How's that happen? I'll tell you how it happens. It happens with emotion and passion and violence and freaking just this tenacity. You got to want it so bad that you're willing to execute and throw your body beyond its limits. You know what I mean? And we just, you know, we're not there, and you know, we gotta, and I keep hearing, you know, Rich, and I get it, it's long-term stuff, but it's not. It can't be. Again, we got to look at each game. Right. It's one game at a time. Thank you. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. One game at a time. Each game is a one-game season, basically. We're worrying about this game right here. Can you beat TCU? You know, everybody thought we could beat UCF, and apparently the game plan, I don't know. The game plan is an execution. You can call whatever play you want to call against whatever. Once that play is called, it's out of your hands as a coach. Okay, now it's got to happen in the play. It's got to happen in the moment. It's got to be executed by the players that are on that field. So in order for that play to work, whether it be offense or defense, you got to do your job. Yeah. But you got to do your job with intensity and a violence and a finish. Yeah. You know, I mean,
they weren't doing their job. Yeah. I mean,
look at the numbers.
Chewing Scotty and chewing Wilkins on the sidelines. Like, what are you doing?
And he's chewing the wrong people. He needs to be chewing on the offensive line.
Right. Agreed.
The offensive line gave up 8 sacks.
Yeah.
The offensive line hurried the quarterback. When you're running around, when you're supposed to be throwing it, the play says, I'm going to throw it.
Right.
And all of a sudden, you see that quarterback scrambling. He's scrambling because somebody's bearing down on him.
Yeah, your pass protect is not good.
Come on, man. You know, we gotta cinch that up. I mean, look, we get 0 points in the first quarter. We get 0 points in the third quarter.
Right.
We got to come out. We got to come out. We got to come out and pedal on the ground from the first play to the second play to the third play and get some positive things going early. We can't. How many times this year have we crapped the bed in the first quarter?
Oh,
we don't get no points, and we're allowing 14 or so, and we just can't do that. We got to find a way to manage it, to execute the plays we need to execute, right? And get some good positive things going.
We don't have a slow start. We have a no start.
We have a
you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So we got to fix that. I mean, we just got to fix that. And the fast start, whether it be in the beginning of the game or coming out of that in the beginning of the third quarter, coming out of the half, we got to find a way to create our own momentum. And again, like I said, celebrate the big play. I got to see more energy. I don't see energy. I see guys thinking too much, maybe. I don't know, or looking at the wrong things or whatever. I don't know. But at the end of the day, when you can look at the sideline and when you can look at the demeanor of guys in and out of the huddle or in and off the field and onto the field, and you're looking at that, you're looking at the body language and how some of these guys are handling themselves. And if you get one or two guys soured up and doing that kind of crap, we're in trouble. And I'm going to be honest with you, this falls on the coaches too, because the coaches are showing negative stuff. And hey, and Rich, you look at Rich's face. Rich got to work on smiling a little bit. But what's he got to smile about?
Nothing.
All right. But you know what? And I saw a glimmer of it in his Tuesday press conference. Right. You know, he's got this look on his face, and he's getting barraged by questions that are like, you know, come on, man, I'm not going to. And then all of a sudden, something lit up in him, and I saw his whole demeanor change, and he said something to the fact of, you know, these guys, you know, and I know they're getting paid and all that, but it's a game. It's a game. We got to have some fun, man. It's going to be a great atmosphere this week. It's a coal rush. It's homecoming. It's a conference game against a 5-2 conference team. Can you beat this team? You freaking damn right we can beat this team.
Oh,
and I saw that little bit of passion. Well, we got to get that going. We got to get that passion out of the freaking dumpster and the mentality out of that funk.
Yeah.
And at least show the same freaking intensity and passion and attitude you did like you did at the Pitt game.
Right.
I haven't. Have you seen that since the Pitt game out of these guys? Have you seen the energy? Have you seen guys? Oh, and then I'm not talking about one.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I'm talking about the whole freaking sideline. Okay, because that then contagious. That runs like a virus right up through the crowd. And the crowd all of a sudden ignites. And now you got a true 12th man up in there, man. You don't think that's real? You doesn't look at me. Look at how I'm looking at me. I'm
exactly.
So much right now, I can't see straight. Why? Because again, that's the it factor. Is the emotion, the intensity, the willingness to do a job. Yeah. And I'm doing it for my teammate. I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for the guy next to me. And I got to know he's going to do it for me and across the board. And collectively, let's go make plays.
Right.
We're not making excuses. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, and again, we have, so all these players like Rashid and Pat and Noel and all these players that played during some of the best football that we had here in the 2000s, right? From the 2000s on, that can talk to these guys and try to relate to them about, building up that hype, I guess.
And they are.
Yeah.
And they are, and they will. But you also got to know, and I was around those guys. I watch them. I went to a few practices already, so I've seen them. I've seen them doing their thing. Yeah. But being a great player doesn't make you a great coach. And I'm not saying anything in a negative fashion, but what I'm saying is that you were a great piece in that chemistry of those very successful teams, and as were all these other guys, and you can bring that and help to mold that culture, and I guarantee you that's what those guys are doing. And they're all good coaches. I watch them. They interact with the players very well. They know what's going on. You can see it. They're young guys. They're out there and they're getting after it. And there ain't anybody on that staff that's not getting after it and trying to find solutions right now. I know that for a fact. And they gotta figure it out. I mean, hopefully, fourth down. I mean, a week ago, you and I, in the first half of the season, on fourth down, we were giving up 71% first down.
Right.
Well, what happens last week?
Yeah.
Huh? What happens last? It's fourth down twice. And we give up a home run.
Yeah, the home run touchdown. I know.
We give up a home run.
Oh my
twice.
God.
I mean, twice. And I wish we had Beasley on here right now because we'd hear him rant.
He'd be going nuts.
How in God's name? And I've never played the position. I've never coached it, nor would I want anything to do with it. But all I know is this. Any DB coach or any D coordinator I've ever heard is never let anybody get behind you.
I say the same thing.
I mean, this is simple. So your eyes can't be anywhere but on your target. If you're looking, at somebody else, or you're looking at the court, or you're looking anywhere but that guy's belt, I'm on you like glue. You ain't getting behind me. All right. And if you do, I'm gonna be running on you. I'm gonna be running on you. I mean, these guys are just like, guys run right by you. And it's like, woo, okay. I don't know, man. We got to fix that quick. We got to do a better job, because guess what? This team we're going to see this weekend, this quarterback that TCU got, he ain't no joke.
Right.
He ain't no joke. He's thrown for like 21 touchdowns. He's thrown for 300 yards a game. He's got wide receivers. He's got 4 or 5 of them that have already surpassed 20 receptions already. All right. Yeah. These guys, this ain't no joke, man. They got a heck of an offensive line. All right. So we got to figure it out. Well, I'll tell you where to figure it out. We better start playing some offense. We better figure out something quick. And it's got to start with the running game.
Right.
All right. Got to start with the running game. We got to start moving people. You know, I heard Rich say about, man, we got to get bigger, faster, stronger. You ain't going to get bigger, faster, stronger in week 6, week 8.
Yeah.
Bigger, faster, stronger starts in January.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, 100%.
Fixing rosters. That's after the season. So what we have right now is what we have to work with right now.
Yeah.
And we got to figure out what blocking schemes we can do well, because damn right well, seeing all the sacks that we're giving up.
Yep.
These defenses are going to do some crazy shiznit to us to put pressure on the quarterback to make him run. Right. We want you to run, because when you run, you're getting hit.
All right. Yeah, we're going to hammer you.
We're going to beat you up, because we know that you ain't got many left. So if I force you into running the football, which means that I didn't get a good run read to hand the ball off, my RPO is shot to hell because I'm getting chased. I'm pointing my finger right at the damn offensive line and the offensive line coach. All right. Come on, Big Nell.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Jack. How about lighting a fire under these guys' ass?
Social media this week saying, "Hey, you need to get rid of him." Yeah.
But and I'm going back to, I don't see no dogs, man. I don't see no Zach Frazier's. I don't see no Rich Brams. I don't see no nasty, just frothing at the mouth, trying to, let's go, man. Let's get some push. Let's finish blocks. We're leaning on guys.
Duswiak out there, Mike Fox.
Yeah. Oh, and again, and we're using names of guys that played it with that kind of passion and that kind of intensity, and it's proof positive. So if I'm not as strong and I'm not as quick as my opponent, then I got to find another way to win that battle, whether it be in leverage, whether it be in a blocking call and get some help, whether it be by design. We can't one-on-one block this guy. So by design, we're going to hit this guy with double teams all day, and we're going to get him on angle blocks. We're going to change the angle on him and all that stuff. There's things that we got to do, but damn it, we got to. I'm not seeing that, man. No, so that's what, we got to, again, we got to get back to the emotional basics. I think I think at times we're worrying about the plays and the analytics and this and that and all the other. Man, call a freaking play and go blow it up out there, man. Go get it. Go make some plays. That's what I really want to see this week. I got to see us. Well, let me tell you something. I'll tell you that we play like we did last week. This week, we'll get shit canned. No offense, and I apologize for the language, because this is a family show. But at the end of the day, man, we lost the line of scrimmage. We lost, and here's the tell of the tape. Okay, we don't do a lot of stat stuff. All right, go watch Jed Drenning. He does stats. Schuyler, those guys. There's a lot of podcasts for that stuff. When I look at stats, I pick out the things that really jump out, and obviously the score. They outscored us 45-13. They kicked our ass in the second half. We didn't score till the game was almost over, and that was a gimmick. All right. But here's the tell of the tape. You ready? We had 79 yards passing. They had 323 yards passing. We averaged 2.7 yards a carry. That's fourth down every series.
Every series, yeah.
If you're, you know what I'm saying? That's how it averages out.
Exactly.
They averaged 7.3 yards per rush, on top of the fact that they're after first contact. In other words, when that first defender comes in and makes contact, how many yards after contact are you getting? Are you getting put on the ground now, or are you getting another 2 or 3 or 4 or break away for the big one? I don't even want to tell you what that yardage was. All right. So I don't know what happened defensively.
Yak usually says the tail of the tape whenever it comes to defense.
Well, you know what? We didn't.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Here's how many sacks did we have?
0.
How many they have? 8.
Yeah.
We got our ass whipped up front on both sides of the ball. Period. So those guys better be doing a gut check this week. And those guys better come out of the tunnel and quit freaking I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's
quit playing like
schema.
Give me something.
They're still trying to learn the schema, or if they're like,
all right, well then damn it, then as a coach, if you're still trying to learn schemes and stuff, then you better weed out a lot of stuff and get to a basic. You know what?
Right.
Vince Lombardi, there's a great film of Vince Lombardi, and he's outlining plays. Okay, he's drawing up plays, and every play this guy draws up, it takes him an hour to talk about it. First of all, because of the intricacies of everything that happens against a bunch of moving parts. But do you know what? At the end of this play, it scores.
Right.
Every play he draws up scores.
Right.
What's that tell you? If you can execute one play perfectly against anything they do, every play, I should be able to win the game by running one offensive play. And
right.
You run it to perfection every time, and your opponent can't stop it. Moreover, when I line up and they go, it's coming right here, and I go, you damn right it is, and you can't stop it. How about that? We're going to bring this noise right to your face, and you ain't going to stop us. I want to see that attitude. I don't care who lines up in there. We're going to find a way to remove you, and we're not going to let you do your job. Again, you're doing something, and you're doing it against his will. That's when you know you got something. When you're beating somebody up against his will, and there ain't nothing that they can do about it except try to overcome and do something goofy that costs you, and now we get that big play, all right? That's when you know you got something, and we're just not there yet. Now, and I get it. We got injuries, this and that, and the other thing. But you know what? The next guy. We're done about inexperience. We can't. Right. Inexperience. That was okay to say in week 1 and 2. We're in week 8.
Yeah.
Right. We're in week 8. Yeah. So let's get past all that stuff and let's go out and play. It's like when I saw Rich spark up and get a little smile. You got a lot riding on this thing, man.
Well, and again, the Coal Rush is near and dear to West Virginia. I think there will be some emotion and stuff this weekend, and that's probably why he got that little smile. He knows what it's going to mean for the people here in the state, and I think he's going to play off those emotions. And I am hoping to see a good bounce back this week, to be honest.
When Coach Nealon took over, one of the first things we never had a Coal Rush like this. This is recent stuff, but back in the day, we used to talk all the time about the guys that had their AM radios down there listening to Jack Fleming and Woody O'Hara down there underground carrying their lunch pail and going to work, putting a hard hat on and coming out at the end of the day covered in coal dust. And that's work. We're running. This ain't work. This is fun. We're playing football. And people paid money to see us play. Come on, man. Enjoy it. and have some fun and fly around and make us proud. This is a game we're playing. Them guys, them coal miners, that's work. That's work, man. That is work. And that's what we are. And that's what West Virginia is all about. I mean, not just coal, but a lot of businesses tie into coal. So many ancillary companies are part of that structure, that infrastructure that is what we identify as. And you know what? We're proud of that. We're proud of that. And all the folks that have ever gone down there and done that work and lost their lives down in there, because it is a dangerous job, as football is a dangerous job, because if you ain't doing it right, you can get banged up pretty quick. So yeah, man, that's exciting. It's homecoming. I mean, it's on TV, man. ESPN Plus, I saw. I mean, come on, man. And it's going to be a night game. 6 o'clock. And it's a night game. We ought to have a little bit of moonshine.
Field at night.
A little bit of, going to be a hell of a tailgate.
Hey, we're going to have bracelets too. It's going to light up. Yeah, they're syncing up for everybody to get a bracelet. So
I'm excited.
It's going to be a show and a spectacle.
I'm excited about that. Well, you know what? And again, hey, put everything behind you. Don't worry about nothing else. Let's do this, man. Let's do this as a locker room. Quit looking at social media. Quit looking at what people are saying. Quit looking at all that crap. And let's go out and play, man. And let's give something. I mean, I remember. Now, of course, this is 41 years ago. All right, but 41 years ago, the Mountaineers met TCU for the very first time at the Bluebonnet Bowl down at the old Houston Astrodome. And Big Joe's, that's what Tommy Bowman, 84, man. That was a hell of a year. We beat Penn State. We beat freaking Boston College. We lost to Maryland early, and we were 7-1 and ranked 4th in the nation. And we got banged up in that game against Penn State. And because we had those back-to-back games. And anyway, we got we struggled a little bit there at the end. We lost to like Virginia and Rutgers and Temple. But we still drew a bowl bid. Coach Nealon came into the room. We were all sitting in this auditorium. Randy and Coach Nealon got in front and he said, "Hey, listen," he said, "I'll tell you something. I'm not happy about the way it's been, because we were here. Everything was going great, and we were a tight locker room. Everything was hunky dory. Again, winning's a great deodorant. And then all of a sudden we lost. And after the second game, man, they were killing us in the ink in the papers. They were, we got all kinds of problems. We got this problem and that problem. These guys, blah, man, and then we lost that last game, and it's like, holy crap, Anyway, Coach Neal, he gets up in there and he's like, "Hey, tell you what," he said, we drew TCU, Texas Christian. They're good. Jim Wacker was the head football coach. They had an All-American running back named Kenny Davis, and they were ranked. We were in the top echelon, like we were. We were in the top 20 after the regular season. And coach is like, we're going to do this, but we're going back to the basics. We're going down there. It's going to be like training camp, fellas. We got to refine ourselves. Yeah. Not refine with an E, refined with a D. We got to go down there and find what we had a few weeks ago. Yeah. We got to find that spirit. We got to find that unity. And damn if we did put together a hell of a damn game plan and came out there and I mean, we beat those guys 31-14. Great win for Mountaineer football, a great win. And you know what? When you play good teams and you beat good teams, then good things happen because you become one of those good teams. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's now a season of one. Every game is just that new season. Because it really, to your point and to what Rodriguez is saying, I know we're playing towards next year and the year after, because people are watching this. I know Pat was trying to hype us up and at the beginning of the year, but in order for us to get back to that, we have to have showings this year to try to recruit and get those kids to come in and buy into what we're selling here. So again, every game is important.
It's all layered. Every game matters. Yeah. Every game matters. And even in a loss, because losses expose, deficiencies, mistakes. You know, and I'm not going to make an excuse for Rich, but I also heard Rich say in one of his comments about, you know, they had to bring in so many players. And when you recruit a player and when you hire a guy, right, and you bring somebody in, you're not necessarily bringing them in on what they've done. Yeah, granted, if you got a good resume, that's wonderful. But what do you bring to the table, number one, right now? And more importantly, are you going to get better? Or do you have an opportunity for improvement? And not just down the road. I'm talking about, do you have the willingness and the desire and the burn to get better every day? Are you going to study the film? Are you going to get a little extra couple reps in the weight room? Even though we're not all, I mean, as an offensive line guy, when we got done practice, our little crew, we had the same group. We'd go in the weight room and we'd get a little extra. Got to get a little extra. Because you know what? My opponent's doing the same thing. So in order for me to be better than my opponent, I got to do a little bit more. I gotta be a little bit better. All right. And where's that come from? It comes from all the stuff we're talking about. Studying film, prepping, working hard in practice, lifting weights, taking care of your body, you know, in the training room, doing all those things, and quit being freaking soft. Everybody's banged up. Everybody's banged up, unless it's broke or torn. If it's just sore, it's sore. Yeah. You know what? Exactly. You know, everything's sore. Yeah. Everything's sore. So get over it. And again, work hard in the training room, get in the weight room. You know, again, you're not going to get bigger, faster, stronger right now, but you know what? You can maintain and you can prevent those injuries, right? And again, you gotta, you know, I've always, one of my sayings, and I don't know where it came from. Hell, I might even invented it. Who knows? But performance, that's where the proof is. Proof is in performance, not prediction. Right. We can sit here and predict all we want. You know, I should have been a weatherman. Hey, there's a 50-50 chance it's going to rain today. Yeah. I'm good, man. If it rains, I got it. If it rains, if it doesn't rain, I got it. Right? Yeah. So it's the same. You know, we can
don't have to worry about being wrong.
You know, exactly. You know, we don't have to. I mean, we can predict. I mean, if you really want to predict, I'll predict this. You know, the prediction based on everything that's occurred is we don't have a chance. Right. That's the prediction. That's what the naysayers are saying. That's what the social mediaists are saying. That's what the armchair people that have never had a helmet on. They don't understand what the game is. They're out there slinging crap, you know, and you could say what you want to say. But let's go back to what we've been talking about, one of the themes already, and that's been this. Yep. One game at a time. It's all about this one game. Yep. And you can beat anybody. If it comes together, and I say if. Yeah. If is the
maybe we'll throw
complex 2-letter word. If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Yeah. You know what I mean? If. But here's where it becomes not so matter of fact anymore. Right. If we play a really great game, if we can make some plays like Bowman blocking that freaking, you know, coming down with the ball, hitting that guy, knocking the ball loose and converting, not giving up these big explosive plays on defense, making them earn everything they get. And you know what? All of a sudden, momentum shifts just a little bit. You get the crowd involved, and all of a sudden, you just knocked off TCU, and not a soul thought you could do it. Right. And you know what? That's a win. And can we do it? Damn right we can.
Well, and this is the first team in a long time that they've been the biggest momentum killers of themselves. It's like, you know, we had 3 interceptions one time and went 3 and outs on all of them. We get them 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 20, and you go ahead and give up a touchdown on the 4th down. Like these are the type of plays, you know, that you just can't have. And it's you know, it's definitely disheartening for sure.
Okay. So then you just can't have it. Okay, so what's the fix? What we're saying, we can't play like that. We didn't play well. What is the fix? What has to happen? What do we have to do to get this thing going into a good direction?
Right.
One game at a time, but you got to even go back to it's one play at a time. And the most important play is the first play of the game.
Yep.
And the most important play is the second play of the game. And so forth. And it's 80 slugs. Never look at the scoreboard. This formula doesn't change. Don't look at the scoreboard. Don't worry about your personal stats and how great a catch that was on the sideline. Act like you've been there, but celebrate it. Get excited about it. Energy, man. Let's see some freaking energy. I got to see that.
Get fired back up.
But that translates. And you got to come out of the gate, man. And one play at a time and put them together and get some success and celebrate that and get fired up and make some damn plays and get that emotional chemistry going. And again, reminisce a little bit on how, don't you guys remember what the sideline was like in that Pitt game? It was insane. Well, what made it insane? We weren't just sitting around like this going, hey, this is fun.
Right.
We're up.
You think about Owen Schmidt on the sidelines, bashing his head with his helmet and just trying to get people fired up.
And let me tell you something. Randy. It is real, and it is contagious, and it is real. And I'll tell you how real it is. Watch any movie that depicts ancient battles from the Gladiator in the beginning, right, to the scenes in Braveheart.
Right.
You don't see anybody running across the field whistling.
Yeah.
Or you see them running.
Like it's snack time, guys. Snack time.
Oh man, it's well when you that primal control, if
fight
you will,
or flight,
over fight or flight. It's here. It's the chemistry. It's the endorphins. It's the adrenaline. It's the cortisol. It's all the chemistry that happens when you go. Look! That's real. I mean, just by doing that, I got goosebumps all over me.
Yeah.
All right. So now you got to learn how to control that mechanism, because now I got to do that 80 times in a game.
See, think of we talk about it every week, and every week the hair will stand up on your arm because you have lived that, right? You've lived that passion, that electricity, and then us just talking about it gets you so fired up emotionally where it takes you back to that time and place. Literally, the hair stands up on your arms. Week in and week out, it does that, right? So that energy, that positivity, all that's real. The chemistry that you're talking about, the fact that we talk about it takes you back there, and you get that electricity and that energy every
40
week.
Years after.
Yeah, 40 years after. Exactly.
40 years later.
Think about that.
Okay.
So if we could just get them to get that kind of passion again. Yeah,
well,
it's amazing.
And again, it goes back to do your job, execute it, and you cut away all this negative stuff that's around you. And I get it. Rich is a big boy. He can brunt the shoulder of all this stuff. He's been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
Yanko Bust is great.
Point.
He don't know. But you know what? When you're a kid, and I'm sorry, these are kids. They're just fresh out of high school. Some of them been in college a couple of years. They're kids, right? Yeah. They got to be able to. They got to be able to get away from that stuff and get around us. And we can't be pointing fingers at each other either. And we can't be calling each other out. We got to be celebrating with each other. And when something bad happens, I can't put my foot in the guy's face and kick him down. I got to put my hand out and lift him up. I got to get him out of that funk and get past that bad play. sudden change, if you will.
Well,
Bad things are going to happen.
Mind, like you think back 20 years ago, these kids, it's 2025. So 20 years ago is 2005. Guess what had just started to come out around that time?
That's right.
Cell phones, right?
That's right.
The cell phone and having that with you all the time, and it provides all that information and it's great and all that kind of stuff. But these kids that are playing nowadays have literally grown up with the phones, with the social media, with all that kind of stuff, and it's been hard for them to escape.
And they're
now
bombarded.
you add all the money in the different pulled in different directions on top of that. It's just
crazy.
It's
It's
definitely a whole new world than anything we ever experienced playing football.
And just texting.
Yeah.
I asked Mike Joseph. Oh, it's been probably 2 years ago. I said, "What's one of the biggest issues that you guys are fighting and working through?" And he picked up the phone right away. And he goes, "The phone." He said, "Back in our day, in my day, if you wanted to talk to somebody, you had to go get up off your butt and walk over and talk to them."
And you had a cord like 20 feet long.
I could be texting you and you're sitting right across the aisle from me, but I could be texting you because we're talking about Fred over there.
Mm-hmm.
But in our day, if I had something negative to say, I'd go say it.
Right. Yeah,
and if you didn't like it, we might have tussled a little bit. We might have had a disagreement.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, we became a stronger locker room because we were able to work through stuff like that. There were no little secrets. Everybody knew everybody's world and everybody's business. Everybody knew each other, right? That's a different animal today. People don't know each other. These guys, they come and they go. I talked to one of the secretaries, and she goes, that's been one of the biggest challenges. Is there's so many new faces all the time. We don't even get a chance to know them. And back in my day, the end quote family atmosphere was a big reason why I came to West Virginia. Because everybody knew each other, everybody talked to each other, it all mattered. You know what I mean? Everybody was all part of that. And now it's a different kind of a landscape. But there's no excuses. At the end of the day, we still got to find a way to win.
That's right.
through all that we just talked about, right? Yeah. All those little outside interferences, all the change, all that stuff. It's still a football game. We still got to block and tackle. And guess what? The winner of the game is usually the one that outscores their opponent. So we got to figure out how to stop these guys, and we got to figure out how to score because we're not scoring. And I'm going to go back to what I said in the beginning of this episode, and that's I'm putting it on the offensive line. They better figure it out in that room right there. And it starts with Bicknell. Bicknell, you better light a fire under your ass, and you better light a fire on them guys. And let's go to work. Let's get it going. All right.
Let's get that W this weekend.
Yeah, let's get that W.
Let's ride this emotion.
Hey, let me tell you what. I mean, TCU ain't no joke, man. I mean, they're scoring. They're scoring. That quarterback's in his second or third year now. 21 touchdowns, tied for number one. He's slinging it. 300 yards a game passing. They're established to run. They run the ball, 100 and a half per game. Defensively, they're stingy. They're only giving up 26 points a game, 130 yards on the ground. So they've taken the ball. They pick a ball off, interceptions, and, but hey, can we win a game? Yeah. Damn right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Damn right. Damn right. And I hope I tell you, I'm going to the Houston game.
Oh, you are? That's awesome.
I'm leaving Sunday after I watch us, and I'm gonna get in the car and I'm gonna drive over to my brother's in Houston, and he and I are going to the Houston game. So hopefully hopefully, all right,
yeah.
Hopefully, and again, hey, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? What do you got to lose?
Everybody has to line up. Unranked teams beat ranked teams all the time.
Hey, we're at the bottom of the Big 12.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't go any lower. All right, we can't go any lower. So hey, you got an opportunity, right? You got a great opportunity, and damn, hey,
yeah,
go let it out. and hopefully they put a game plan together that is conducive for this to happen. And the best defense is a good offense.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Let's flip the script from what's been the last couple weeks, and
Well,
get
we
some
can't
offensive scoring and shut some defense down.
we can't survive rushing 2.7 yards a carry. It's got to be 3.5 yards a carry. And it's 3.8. If you can average 3.8 yards a carry, you're moving the sticks. We can't be putting ourselves in these real bad 4th down situations. We got to convert. We got to put some drives together. We got to keep our defense off the field. So our defense then can go in and be stingy.
Right.
Stingy. Go in there and sting them and get a couple 3 and outs. We've had some we've created some turnovers.
Oh yeah,
we've created some turnovers. And like you said though, we create the turnover offense. You got to come away with something.
Yeah.
You can't go in there and
give us some momentum. Like, stop killing it.
How many times have we turned the ball over already on downs? Well,
Yeah.
You turn the ball over on downs, that's as bad as a fumble.
It is.
Or an interception. It's a turnover. You're giving them the ball back. Right? So let's let it all hang out.
Yeah.
Let's play a game, have a good time, right? And hopefully, I'm coming to you from down in Houston next week, and we can talk a little bit about a victory. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be nice?
Baby, we can do it. That would be nice. I'm telling you.
There's no doubt. I mean, if you don't think and don't believe that you can win and will win, you're putting it down, man. You're putting it down. You gotta. It's this game is so here and in here and in here and in here. The mind controls what the body does. 110%.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
let's see what these guys are made of. Let's see if they can play together. Let's see if they can put a game together. Because it's about right now. It's about this game right now. Hey, let's go Mountaineers. Let's have a great homecoming. Right? Yeah. Enjoy your tailgate.
Yes, sir.
Right? You guys are gonna. You got a special.
Come by the Blue Lots. Come visit us over in C2. We're in the Northwest Gate right there, right before you go up the steps. So come on by and see us.
Always Trilogy always treats everybody with kindness and old Mountaineer fashion. Hey man, we appreciate Trilogy Interventions. Yeah. Appreciate you, Randy. Appreciate you in general.
Fat Boys Media.
Big Fat Boys Media. Me and old Scotty Sears, right? And of course, LG, Little General, and Greg Darby and his team. Man,
yeah. We'll hear another message from them here in a minute.
Yeah, there you go. Lay it on us. And hey, I appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Let's go Mountaineers. Let's go Mountaineers. And we're going to be talking about a win. We're going to talk about a win next week. How's that? We're going to win.
Predictions. There we go.
There it is. Proof is in performance.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's perform. Perform. Thanks, brother.
See you next week.
See you.
All right. Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. From trail snacks to cold drinks and the fuel to keep you rolling, we've got everything you need before you head into the hills. We're proud to be part of your ride, rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores, fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.